Welcome viewers, in this video we will see the details about two-port network. Subscribe the channel for more videos and notification. Soft copy of this material available in the drive. The link is given in the description box. Now we'll go to the topic, an introduction to the two-port network. First we will see what is the network. Generally any network may be represented schematically by a rectangular box. Normally it is represented by rectangular box, any network. A network may be representing either a source or load or for a variety of purpose. So normally it is referring the either source or load or some variety of the purpose. A pair of terminal at which a signal may enter or leave a network is called a port. So the port is nothing but the pair of terminal at which the signal may enter or leave. The network is called a port, right? Now we'll see the further detail. A port is defined as any pair of terminals into which energy is supplied or from which energy is withdrawn or where the network variable may be measured. So the port is nothing but the pair of terminal. It can be energy supplied or energy withdrawn or variable can be measured. Now we'll see the diagram having the one pair of terminal and two pair of terminals. So refer this diagram. This is the network having one pair of terminal, 1 dash. One such network having only one pair of terminals, 1 dash as shown below. So this network having only one pair of terminal. Now refer this diagram. This is two-port network. Two pair of terminals are available, 1 dash, 2 dash. So this is called a two-port network. Normal network having one pair of the terminals. This 1 dash refer the input terminal, 2 dash refer the output terminal. So it can be used for further analysis. Normally all the networks are represented. This electronic system, communication system, transmission are represented by two-port network. So having one pair of terminal, 1 dash is called a network. Having two pair of terminals called a two-port network. One side refer input terminal, other side refer the output terminal. Now we'll see the further detail. A two-port network is simply a network inside a block box. Inside a block, and the network have two pair of accessible terminals. Usually one pair represent the input and other pair represent the output. So one is representing input and other is representing the output. Now such a building block is very common in electronics system, communication system, transmission and distribution system. Figure B shows the two-port network or a two-terminal pair network in which the four terminal having paired into ports 1 dash and 2 dash. So the figure B refer the two-port network. Four terminals are referred. It is grouped as 1 dash for referring the input, 2 dash referring the output. Now we'll see the further details. The terminal 1 dash together constitute a port. Similarly, the terminal 2 dash constitute another port. So that we have two ports, 1 dash and 2 dash. Two port containing no sources in either branch are called a passive ports. Among them are power transmission lines or transformers. So the sources not available mean that is called a passive port. Two port contain the sources in their branches is called a active port. Sources available mean it is called a active port. A voltage and current assigned to each of the two ports. So in two ports we are assigning voltage and current. Input voltage, input current, output voltage, output current, like that. The voltage and current at the input terminal are V1, I1. Whereas V2, I2 are the specified at the output port. So V1, V2 refer current and voltage in input port. V2, I2 refer voltage and current in output port. It is also assumed that the current I1 and I2 are entering into the network at the upper terminal 1 and 2 respectively. So I1 and I2 is entering the port in 1 and 2. Right. Now we'll see the further detail. The variables of the two-port network are V1, V2 and I1, I2. Two of these are dependent variable and other two are independent variable. Right. So based on the assumption, two are independent, two are dependent. The number of possible combination generated by the four variables taken two at a time, that is 6. Thus there are 6 possible set of equation describing the two-port network. Right. So the number of possible combination generated by the four variable at two taking two at a time, that is 6 possible combinations are 6 set of equations are represented by the two-port network. So in this video discuss the introduction about the two-port network. What is network? What is two-port network? What are the variables are available? Which are independent and which are dependent? And how many equation we can frame? From this 4 variable we can frame the 6 set of network, 6 set of equations. Subscribe the channel for more videos and notification. Soft copy of this material available in the drive. The link is given in the description box. Thank you for listening.